gosh, I hope I'm not too close. This is Annie. Today we're gonna do a chatty. Get ready with me. I feel like I'm gonna be talking really fast and you're gonna think, oh my God, how much coffee did you drink today? I am using my Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base. Okay, someone said too, and I'm working at it. I know that you guys are like, you're not holding the jar up. Here's the thing with this. I have my lighting in here and I don't even know, like, it's just hard with my camera and my lighting. And then I spend too much time doing that and ain't nobody got time for that. So I always list everything below so you can check it out. I have allergies and they have been bad. I'm just gonna use my color corrector from Lancome. This is a little sample I got. This stuff will last you for, do you see that? I hardly have to use any. Now I don't use this every day, but I will tell you, if you have allergies, this stuff is great. If you have those dark circles and they get worse with allergies, that is really great. We've been in our house, which is crazy, but in June, which is around the corner, probably doesn't feel like it for some of you because it's been a long winter. Woo, back home they had such a winter, I can't believe it. I mean, we really escaped that. Lancome fusarins. And yeah, if you've watched my videos, you know this is my holy grail. See this? It's flat. Yeah, there's still product coming out of this. Just remember that this lasts a long time. I bought this like last spring and I'm still getting lots of product is left in here. I'm finally painting my walls. They needed to be done seriously right after we moved in. The walls were gross, but I just couldn't do it. When we moved here, we basically were starting all over again. That means new furniture and everything. I mean, pretty much all new furniture. Our mattresses, like everything. That's a huge cost. We did that though because we knew that if we were moving all of it, we were gonna pay for it that way. So if we're gonna pay for it, then might as well get new furniture, you know what I'm saying? I think today I'm gonna use my Bye Bye Full Coverage Moisturizing Foundation. It took me a long time to pick out my wall color, but I finally found my color. I think it's called Sterling White. So it's kind of like a little bit of a grayish white. Yes, girl, my walls are all gonna be white. I know, I did, years ago, you're not even gonna believe this, but years ago, I had purple walls in pretty much my whole house. I had purple and green, like lime green walls in my house. So I've had color on my walls over the years, and then I had like that in the what was it? The mid 90s. We had that gold color that was really popular on walls. That's what I did. So I'm kind of over the color. I like doing white walls because I feel like no matter what I put as far as accents, it'll look nice. You know what I mean? Like I could add color in area rugs or pillows or pieces of art, you know, on a wall, stuff like that. Although I'm not gonna go crazy with a lot of stuff. I really want to keep my everything to a minimum. I just don't want a lot of stuff in my house. I just kind of over all the stuff that I used to have in my house. I don't always like to share pictures of me on Instagram. I just don't. I just like to share different things of my life, you know, whatever, like, you know, a picture of a palm tree or something and I'll say what I'm doing that day or whatever. You know, some of it's pictures of me and some of it isn't. I don't like to share photos of my family because I just feel like what I'm doing has nothing to do with them. I do my own thing. My husband and I don't even talk about this. I don't talk about my channel. If someone leaves a rude comment, I don't talk about it to him. I just don't talk about what I do to him. He knows what I do and he supports me, but we just don't talk about it. I just talk about certain things with my daughter, but I just feel like what I'm doing is me, it has nothing to do with them, and I don't want to put their photos out there because it's so dumb. But there's gossipy sites that they're just mean. They're just mean, and they will pick you and your family apart, and they can pick me apart, but I don't want them to pick apart my family because they have nothing to do with what I do. So I don't like to share photos of them. I shared a picture of my husband not too long ago, me and my husband. It was just a Christmas thing, but then I took it off. I just don't like to share a lot of photos of my family because people are just so mean and rude. They really are. And I feel like there's a lot of judging that goes on too, and I don't understand it. I hope that you are thankful for everything that you have. And it's like, yes, I'm very thankful for what I have. And I am not rich. I don't have a big fancy house in a big fancy neighborhood, but I have a nice house and I'm very thankful for what I have, and we've worked hard to get what we have. But I don't have anything extraordinary, but I'm thankful for it. And I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like people get like judgy on that. If you share something of your life, they just think that you're, I don't know, like they just judge you on everything. I don't understand it. You only see a little bit of me. You don't see all of me. But I feel like some people just like to pick up people apart. And I don't understand why they do that. I'm going to share a little bit of a story with you guys. My husband and I were married for about 7 years. Like I said, we were married 7 years. And really, really quickly, the first house we ever bought, though, when we first got married, we bought this little tiny townhome. I loved it. We had a nice little backyard. We had our own laundry room. It was really, really nice, but it was really tiny. So probably about 3 years after that, we bought our first house and we were able to build our first house. Dream come true to be able to do that. And so when we were there for about, I'm trying to think, what were we there? Probably we were there for 4 years, and we were married for about 7 years at that time. And my husband he was working at this place and had a very scary accident at work where he was working on a machine and his arm was actually pulled into the machine, and he lost part of his arm in this machine that he was working on. Right before that happened, we were just saying how lucky we were, how thankful we were for our house to be able to do that. We were so happy, in love, and everything. And that totally changed our whole life. I mean, he was, you know, we were both young. We were in our 20s at the time. And that just changed, that incident changed both of our lives forever. Obviously his more than mine, because part of his body was missing. But even then, that horrible thing that we went through, we still were thankful for everything, for the fact that he survived it. And that is what, like, the first thing I said to him. I'll get into a little bit more detail. I'm going to tell you this. So let's break that day down a little bit more, okay? So I was at home. I got a phone call from my father-in-law because he worked with him, and he said, I don't share my husband's name on here, so I'm just not going to, but he said, your husband's been in a really bad accident. And he didn't say what it was, but I could tell by the tone of his voice something bad happened. And so I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? I was like panicking, and I was freaking out because I didn't know what was going on. And so I called my dad. Dad, can you come and, pick me up, because I don't think I can drive to the hospital. I'm afraid I'm going to get an accident. Something happened to, my husband, and, I need you to drive me to the hospital. So he drove me to the, it seemed like it took forever. We got there. There was a priest there, pulled me aside. I thought, oh my gosh, they're going to tell me my husband died. Thank God he didn't. They told me what happened to him. I guess they wanted to prepare me, but I was just like so relieved to see him. And I just said, this is what I told him. I said, you know what, we are going to get through this. I love you. You are here, and everything is going to be okay. And I had to be, at a very young age, I had to be really, really strong for my husband. And it wasn't easy. I remember going home from the hospital that night and going home and crying and just think, why did this happen to us? Why? We were happy. Why did it happen? And I went through this angry period where I would look at other people that were happy and think, why are they happy? Why do they get to be happy and I'm miserable? And if you've ever been through something in your life that maybe you've gotten sick, or you've seen somebody get sick, or been through some kind of tragic thing in your life, you get what I'm saying. So it just totally changed our lives. It just did. And I started to appreciate things even more than I already was. I mean, I felt like I was an appreciative person, but I felt like after that happened, I felt like I appreciated things a lot more after that than I ever did. And so what I'm saying is, don't ever judge anybody thinking that because they have certain things or whatever, that they are not appreciative of things if they share things in their life, either on a channel or Instagram. Don't assume that people aren't grateful, because I am extremely grateful. Every time I know this is going to sound stupid, but I'm just being real with you. Every time I take a shower, I just think, oh my gosh, thank you God so much for this shower. I know this sounds stupid, but that's how I am. I get in my car and I'm driving, I think, thank you so much God for this beautiful sunny day, because I didn't have a lot of those where I live. Thank you that I can go out in February and not have to bundle up and freeze my butt off. Thank you. And I really mean that. So never assume that, you know, somebody's not thankful for what they have, because girl, I'm really thankful for what I have. I really am. And you know, you get through those tough times. My husband's amazing, because like when my daughter was little, he was like changing her diaper, and you know, since he only has one arm, he was doing it with one arm. You know, he's just amazing to me. He really is. He's not one of those people that I'm gonna use this because it's in front of me. He's not one of those people either that wants you to feel sorry for him. He doesn't care if anybody ever, you know, comes up to him and asks him about what happened. You know, like, he's fine with talking about it. He's amazing. He really is. Yeah, we've been through a lot together. This year we are going to be celebrating our 30th wedding anniversary. So it's pretty crazy. I met my husband when I was 16, and I'm going to be 53 this year, so it's pretty crazy. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope that you enjoyed our time together. I always enjoy our time together. I feel like, even though I'm talking to a camera, I feel like you are sitting right across from me and we're just having a little conversation together. So I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Share my videos. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click that button below, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell, and also make sure you check your settings. You may have clicked on that bell, but you might only get occasionally my videos, and if that happens and you're not active, then YouTube will unsubscribe you. YouTube is a mess. YouTube is broken. So please make sure you do that, and I will see you guys all real soon. Bye.